What's up, everybody? Bradley here from Fully Gaming, coming at you with a new episode. Today's episode is actually going to be on. I'm going to be talking about the 5 legendary cards that you need to craft in order to be successful for this expansion, which is Journey to Ungoro. Alright guys, so the first one on the list is a very popular one. It's actually the Sunkeeper Tarim. He costs 6, has Taunt, is a 3/7. Its Battle Cry is set all other minions attack and health to 3. As y'all know, Paladin is very high right now, has two decks that are ranking really good, tier 1 decks, and pretty much you see Sunkeeper Tarim in every single Paladin deck that's out right now. He swings the board in your momentum. If there's creatures out there that have high attack that you can't deal with, he moves them down so that you can get them taken care of. And also, if you just have some creatures that have low health, you play him and then he beefs them up, and you can use it to attack face or clear the board out, whatever you need to. Sunkeeper Tarim is there for you, so that's why he's number 1 on the list. The next one up that is also pretty popular as well is the Priest Legendary, Lyra the Sun Shard. She costs 5, it's elemental, I don't know if it's he or she, but it costs 5, 3/5 elemental. Whenever you cast a spell, add a random priest spell to your hand. So it's a lot like Fandral was in the last expansion, where if it stays on the board, it'll keep giving you value out of priest spells. I know there aren't exactly great priest spells, but you'd be surprised. You get an Inner Fire, you get some other spells that can be very handy, and you keep getting these things, and you keep playing them turn after turn, doing 2 damage to all creatures, stuff like that. It really does add a lot of value to the deck, and it also can potentially swing you and also win the game for you if it stays out long enough on the board. There is like a combo where you play the guys that reduce the cost of spells by 1, and you just play a huge amount of spells. It's pretty ridiculous. Next one up is actually the Rogue Legendary, Sherazim, the Corpse Flower. Costs 4, it's a 5/3. He's not in all the rogue decks, but it's popular enough to put it on the top 5 craft list. Um, it's if you're playing a Miracle Rogue, it's hard to replace it because it's such a card that it is. It's cost 4. It's a 5/3 Death Rattle that goes dormant. When you play 4 cards in a turn, you revive this minion. The animation comes up with little leaves underneath it, and it comes back to life. With Miracle Rogue, it is really easy to play those 4 cards in a turn. It's really easy to play 4 cards in a turn and be able to get them to come back. So that's, as I said, with the other Priest one, it's pretty easy for them to keep adding value to it, being able to trade into menus, being able to trade into different minions, and deal some damage based and help you basically, help you out on your game plan to win the game. The next one on the list, I think, is gaining some popularity, and that will have to be at least the Trailblazer. She costs 5, and it's a 5/5. The battle cry for her is shuffle a sealed Ungoro pack into your deck. So the Ungoro pack that she puts into your deck, you actually have a better chance of getting better cards from it. You can get legendaries. You can get really epic, really high caliber cards out of the pack. There's also some combos with Elise where you can get make copies of the packs and just get more value out of her that way. Um, she's seen in a lot of control decks, but I think we'll probably see more and more of her. I think it's just going to gain popularity throughout as the expansion goes on. For the last legendary, I mean, honestly, it's kind of up to you what you like. The Forex is, I don't know, it's kind of popular. It's gaining popularity. Another one that's kind of, they're not really super popular. You don't see them in a lot of decks or anything. I'm kind of gonna go with Pyros, the mage one, just because I like it. I don't have it, but I think it's pretty cool. I would think it would be in control mage, but it hasn't made its way there yet. But it costs 2, it's a 2/2 elemental, its death rattle is return this to your hand as a 6/6 that costs 6, and then it actually goes up to a 10/10. So, pretty cool card that, as I said, you gain more value. Value Town, uh, basically, it could be used in tempo for mage tempo as well. And then the other cards that I want to talk about are the quests that are doing really well. I wanted to just go over the creatures and then do the quests separately. Quests that are pretty popular and that are doing really well, I think tier 2 or so. The first one, of course, is the Rogue quest. It's Caverns Below. It's play 4 minions with the same name, and then your reward is the Crystal Core. The Crystal Core basically allows your minions in your deck to turn into 5/5s. Um, so the idea behind this is you make copies of it with the row cards to be able to replay the minion, and then your little 1/1s become 5/5s, and then you just attack face and pretty much take over the board and win that way. It does a really good job at that. And then the other, of course, quest card that's doing really good is the Warrior quest card, Fireplume's Heart. Its quest is play 7 top minions, and your reward is Sulfuris. So Sulfuris is actually Ragnaros' weapon. I think it has 2 attack and 3 durability. Um, and it basically gives your hero power, basically becomes Ragnaros, where you deal 8 damage to a random creature, or you deal it right to a minion. Or, I'm sorry, you deal it to a minion, or you do to the player. So this one adds a lot of pressure onto the other players where they have to either be able to kill them quickly, or you're just going to wreck the board and win with it. So those are the honorable mentions that I came up with. Um, Let me know in the comments what you think is actually the legendaries that you think are performing better, just to get some traction here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is your first time watching, I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. Push the notifications button because it lets you know when new videos are coming out. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, guys. Hope you have a great day. And as always, remember to keep gaming.